Did you know that bacteria can share genetic information faster than you can send a text message? In the time it takes you to blink, millions of bacterial cells are literally trading blueprints for survival, including the deadly ability to resist our most powerful antibiotics. Welcome to nature's most sophisticated genetic engineering laboratory, operating 24/7 inside your own body. Bacteria are the ultimate survivors, and they've developed 3 incredible ways to share genetic material that would make any spy network jealous. The first method, called conjugation, is like bacterial social networking. Picture 2 bacterial cells extending tiny bridges between themselves, creating a direct connection for DNA transfer. Through these microscopic tunnels, one bacterium can literally copy and paste its antibiotic resistance genes into another cell. It's like sharing a cheat code that makes both players invincible. The second method, transformation, is even more remarkable. When bacteria die and burst open, they release their DNA into the surrounding environment like genetic confetti. Living bacteria can then absorb these free-floating DNA fragments directly through their cell walls. Imagine if you could become smarter just by walking through a library and absorbing knowledge from the air. That's exactly what bacteria do with resistance genes floating in their environment. The third method, transduction, involves bacterial viruses called bacteriophages acting as unwitting delivery services. These viruses infect bacteria, accidentally picking up resistance genes along with their own genetic material. When they infect new bacterial hosts, they deliver these resistance genes like microscopic Trojan horses. The receiving bacteria suddenly gain superpowers they never had before. What makes this process absolutely mind-blowing is its speed and efficiency. While human evolution takes thousands of years, bacterial evolution happens in real time. A single resistant bacterium can share its survival secrets with millions of neighbors within hours. It's like watching evolution in fast-forward mode, compressed from millennia into minutes. This genetic sharing explains why antibiotic resistance spreads so rapidly in hospitals and communities. When doctors prescribe antibiotics, they create intense selective pressure. Susceptible bacteria die off, but resistant ones thrive and multiply. More importantly, these survivors immediately begin sharing their resistance genes with other bacterial species through horizontal gene transfer. It's not just one type of bacteria becoming resistant, it's entire bacterial. The implications are staggering. Bacteria can acquire resistance to antibiotics they've never even encountered before, simply by receiving genes from their neighbors. A harmless gut bacterium can suddenly become a dangerous pathogen armed with resistance genes from multiple sources. Scientists have discovered bacteria carrying resistance genes for over 10 different antibiotics simultaneously, creating virtually untreatable superbugs. This process reveals evolution's incredible creativity. Unlike animals and plants that inherit genes, they've essentially created the world's first biological internet, constantly uploading and downloading survival software updates. Researchers can actually watch this process happening under microscopes, observing bacteria light up with fluorescent markers as they exchange genetic material. It's like watching tiny biological stock exchanges where the currency is survival information. The most valuable commodity, antibiotic resistance genes that guarantee continued existence in our antibiotic-saturated world. The speed of bacterial gene transfer has profound implications for medicine. Traditional approaches to fighting infections assume bacteria are isolated entities, but we now know they're interconnected communities sharing intelligence. This discovery has revolutionized how scientists approach antibiotic development and infection control. Some bacteria have become so efficient at gene sharing that they've developed specialized genetic elements called plasmids. These circular DNA molecules exist separately from the main bacterial chromosome and can replicate independently. Plasmids often carry multiple resistance genes and can be easily transferred between different bacterial species. They're like portable hard drives packed with survival software. Interestingly, bacteria don't just share resistance genes randomly. They've evolved sophisticated mechanisms to detect environmental threats and preferentially exchange relevant survival information. When exposed to antibiotics, bacteria increase their gene-sharing activity, actively seeking out resistance genes from their community. This remarkable system of genetic exchange represents one of nature's most successful innovations. Bacteria have been perfecting horizontal gene transfer for billions of years, creating a global genetic commons that ensures species survival. The next time you take an antibiotic, remember that you're not just fighting individual bacteria. You're challenging an interconnected network of genetic engineers who have been sharing survival secrets since before complex life existed on Earth.